Okay, team, short message. Stick with me for a few minutes. We're getting close, I think relatively close to people going back to school, back to their places of work. I know you're still working, a lot of you, on Zoom, and whoo, man, I'm done with Zoom for a while. I'm ready to see some people in person. But anyway, we're getting ready to go back to whatever our semi-normal world, a lot of us. And I shot a video, it might have been a year or two ago. I do 3 of these a week from my Yancey camp. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. But we were talking about, you know, when you walk into a room, what goes through people's minds? When you leave, what do they say about you? Do they gravitate towards you? Do they like being in your presence? Do you lift the room, or do you drag the room down, or drag the situation up or down? So this is a great time to reflect on like, which one of those categories do you fall in as we get ready to dive back in. And you know, I think an easy way to summarize it is, and there's 20 other situations I could create, but let's say we're getting ready to walk into a room, an office, for a meeting, or a warehouse to talk to the staff, or whatever. When we hit the pause button and say, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to breathe life into the situation. Doesn't matter how tough of a challenging situation it is. There's always something good you can bring. There's always a level of positivity. And people are like, well, Yancey, you can be too positive. Listen, sometimes you have to drop the hammer. Sometimes you got to go in and be the bearer of bad news. Of course, these things happen. But no matter what the situation is, I'll debate with you. You're not going to be able to find a situation where I'm not going to be able to at least try to bring some level of positivity to that situation. So that pause button, I want us to, my challenge to you is remind yourself about that pause button. You're getting, you know, it's easier. The whole Zoom thing is not, that's not 100%, that's not the norm. You know, we're able to accomplish a lot through that, but that face-to-face energy, when we're right there connecting with each other, that is very powerful. I'm going to argue it's more powerful than what we can accomplish on Zoom. A lot of great military minds agree with me because they give strategies on how you can kind of try to work hard. Stanley McChrystal does a great video about how to at least get close to that. It's impossible to duplicate that awesome face-to-face when you get to put your hand on somebody's shoulders and look them in the eye and say blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, long story short, we're about to go back to somewhat of a reality. And I want you to think about that pause button that you can develop. Hit that and go in with, whoa, great vigor and passion and excellence. Bring your best version of your excellence for that day, and be the type of person, to be the type of attitude. I shouldn't say the type of person. That's a bad way to put it. Bring the type of attitude that when you leave the room, because sometimes people won't tell you how they really feel verbally. If it's good or bad, they hold it in, but they say, oh man, when they go home, what do they tell their husband or wife, or what do they tell their friends at work? Gosh dang it, man, I love his or her energy. That was a tough, brutal conversation. We had to furlough 75% of our staff, or we're only going to be able to bring 60% of them back, whatever. Very tough call. But gosh, I love being around him or her. I love their energy, how they lift things up, and always put a positive light on even the darkest times. So that's the challenge, friends. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna give you a quick garden tour, give you a little update on Yancey's garden. Oh man, look at the beans and okra here. The melons looking good. Look, oh man, look at the bulbs. Oh, this is new. Look at the lily. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. The grapes. We're about to have grapes freaking everywhere. The gladiolus right there. So beautiful. Roses. We still got some beautiful rose blooms. Oh man. Rose is sharing. She's put on about 6 inches since I saw you last. Little black. Oh, that's a blueberry. I'm sorry. We've harvested salad the last couple nights. You see that? Good salad from the garden. That's the Sumatra orange. She's doing well. Look at the more lilies. So I love recycling. This is the fresh meal plan foam that the meals come in. So I turn them into planters. I'm gonna do a big stacking project. Those are lilies. We got more. We got beans and okra. Oh, we got some cucumbers and lilies and peppers right there. Let's see. Oh, guess what Yancy had last night? I had a mojito. See that beautiful bed of mint? Ooh, that's a good reason to have a mojito once a week, my friends. Stuff just blooming. Oh yeah, look at that. Yellow. That's yellow trumpet vine. Good stuff. It takes forever to give me the full tour, but I just wanted to check in with you guys. I love you. Listen, what kind of legacy will you? What kind of legacy do you leave? You know, each day. Those meetings, those in person to person, face to face, large group, small group, or individual face to face discussions and meetings that you get. How do people view you? Are you a beacon of light in their world? Are you somebody that they just rather divert? I'll go over here. I see him coming. I'm gonna go over here and avoid the situation. I don't want to talk to him or her. Who are you? Love y'all. Be good.